is so nice to see you on the show. Today we are going to talk money. This is Lowcountry Money Talk after all, and our expert Phil Bloyd has joined us to help us figure out really what to do with our money. Phil, nice to see you.
Good to be back.
We have a lot to talk about, but we always do. Today, let's walk through some things that we should really be considering. We do have a lot of people who are retired who watch this show, as well as people who may be nearing retirement here shortly.
Right.
We want to take some considerations given the bear market and really what we should be thinking about. So we start to get concerned, about maybe the prolonged downturn.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's just start with mindset. What should we be thinking about?
Don't panic. This is my 5th bear market.
Is it really?
Yeah. Okay. Don't want to show my age a bit.
You kind of did.
But this is my 5th one. So I kind of measure them up. I don't want to say, but I have this one pegged against another one that it's kind of reminding me of. This one a little bit differently though, because we're 30 trillion in debt. Chairman Powell did mention
Sounds like a lot of money.
He did mention that the other day. He was at a congressional hearing, and he said, these years of just constant spending and no regard for the national debt, he said that's going to affect things somewhat. So,
how could it not?
Yeah, you can only stretch your rubber band so far, and it breaks. But don't panic. Let's be proactive. Let's look over some things we can do. If you see I saw in the market there was a lot of fear the other day, and sometimes you see the fear because everything goes, for the day it seems like almost everything is down.
Right.
And it's like, wow, this one really shouldn't have been down, this one shouldn't have been down. But now we have, automatic trading, computers, you have stop losses that kick in, and then they just kind of feed upon the frenzy. So the first thing would be is don't panic.
Just don't panic.
Yeah.
Okay. Do the other P word, which is be proactive.
Be proactive. Let's say, okay, what can we do? What are some of the things that aren't working well?
Yeah, and you know what? One of the things we really do a lot on this show is ask you for advice about what to do with our money. Of course, that's what we're here for. But what about advice on what not to do with our money?
Sure. Okay. So let's not be reckless spending, like Washington, D.C. I'll just be nice and just say Washington, D.C. So we can't do that.
Yeah.
So right now, everything's kind of expensive.
Yes.
So if I have some major projects that I want done to my home, like my case, I need a new driveway.
Right.
I'm not paying today's rates on that driveway. Yeah. It's not going to hurt to sit there a few more months.
Right.
So if I have any major expenditures, but I'm like, I can put this off a little bit.
Yeah.
I would say we want to wait until fall, because if we do go recessionary, pricing will probably come back, and a lot of these workers will need work.
That's interesting. So the onset of the true definition of recession may balance some of these costs in a way.
Well, what the Federal Reserve is doing by raising interest rates, they want to slow the economy down.
Okay.
When we slow the economy down, it's hard on business. They've already started laying off in several big companies. So the banks are laying off in their mortgage departments. I know Tesla laid off like 1,200 people. So, if you go out now, you can see we need help. Of course, it's tourist season down here. But you're going to go from everybody needs help to where they're like, we don't need help anymore, and we're actually laying people off. That's when the pricing starts getting pretty cheap, when you need your new driveway, the lumber prices have started to come down, I need some work done on the house. So we want to put that off for now.
Yeah, it's really interesting how the teeter-totter, the balance of these things. But yeah, I mean, your point is very accurate. So maybe some of the best things we can do with our money right now is just hold off on the big expenses.
If we can wait.
Yeah, prices are high. People are having to pay higher labor wages. Ooh,
Sure.
That's a mouthful.
Wow.
We've got more mouthfuls to talk about actually after the break, because we're going to unpack some big ones for you today. More questions for Phil, and we're going to leave it at that for now.
All right.
We'll see you in a minute.